Hey my friends, I'd like to tell you a story of West Lake, where we are here, and the white snake. And it's a love story, so join me. This is a traditional Chinese story, very famous here in China. And it has to do with the reishi mushroom, and it has to do with the pagoda here at the West Lake, the Thunder Pagoda. So, once upon a time, there was a great white snake spirit. And she had an assistant who was a green snake spirit. They traveled the lands through the water, weaving in and out, and over 1,000 years, she learned how to become a human form. Now, she almost had it perfected, but she needed one crucial thing. She needed something from a human. So one day there was a boy at the Dragon Boat Festival here on the lake, and he was eating some rice dumplings. And he got one stuck in his throat, and he started coughing, and he couldn't breathe. And his brother helped push the dumpling out, and it landed right into the water. This is perfect for what the white snake needed. She went and grabbed the dumpling and ate it up, and it made her able to complete her transformation to human form, where she was able to live out for a while. Now, one day, as she was walking around West Lake, it was raining out, and a young man came up with an umbrella to help put over her head. Immediately, she fell in love with this young man, not knowing that it was the same boy who had choked out the dumpling years before. She fell in love with him and wondered, oh, how can I marry this beautiful, handsome man? Now, he was a Chinese medicine doctor, and he was very good at his trade and very handsome. So she tried to marry him, and of course, she was very beautiful, and he married her right away. But unfortunately, spirits can't marry humans. This is forbidden. So one day, there was a very powerful Buddhist monk who came to the West Lake, and he saw the man, and he thought there was something wrong with him. There was a weird energy around him. And he asked him, "There's something wrong with you. What have you done?" And the man said, "Nothing." He says, "I think you have an evil spirit in your life." And he said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." And the monk realized he had married an evil spirit. He said, "Your wife, she is not a human. She is an evil spirit." And the man said, "That's impossible. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I love her. She is not a spirit." He said, "I'll prove it to you. Convince her to drink some wine at the next Dragon Boat Festival. On this special day, she'll be unable to control herself, and she'll shift back into her spirit form." And the man thought, impossible. But he was curious, so he decided to take the monk's advice. And he got some rice wine, and he asked his wife, "Please drink this rice wine." And she said, "No, no, I don't want to drink that wine," because she knew she might turn back into a spirit. He said, "Please, just to honor me on the festival day, drink some rice wine with me." She said, "Okay, fine." She's like, "I think I can maintain my shape." She drank rice wine at the Dragon Boat Festival that night and got very drunk. And she fell to sleep in her bed, unable to control herself. She turned back into this giant, enormous white snake. When the man came into the room, he was so scared half to death by seeing this giant white snake that he fainted. Oh! And he became very, very ill. She was so upset seeing that her husband was dying, literally dying from being so scared of seeing her, but she flew up to the mountain. She knew there was one special remedy that could heal her husband. And it was the most powerful mushroom in the world, specially food for the spirits. So it was the reishi mushroom. And there was one special place on the top of the mountain where a very old reishi grew. So she flew up in her snake form to the top of the mountain to go steal this reishi mushroom. But of course, because it's such a powerful mushroom, there was a guard. There was a spirit guard, the Lingji spirit, the reishi mushroom spirit. And he said, "Stop, you cannot have this mushroom." She said, "I need it." He said, "No." Then they fought. They fought a big battle, and this battle of back and forth with swords and teeth and snake and warrior battling so fiercely. And eventually what happened was she defeated this fierce warrior spirit, and she stole the reishi mushroom and flew back down the mountain and came to her husband who was dying. She made a medicine with the mushroom and fed it to him. His hair started to come back clear. His skin started to come clear and he was healed. He became vital and healthy once more. He looked at her and said, "Ah, I cannot be with you. You are a spirit. It is forbidden. We cannot be together." She was so upset. So she flew off to the monk's monastery and said, "Why did you tell him I was a spirit?" And the monk said, "Because it is forbidden. You cannot marry a human. You must stay in spirit form." And she was so upset that, and furiously like a snake, she wrapped around the monk, and the monk went into a powerful praying position and brought the thunder. And all the thunder came down and trapped her. She was scared of the thunder, and he pushed her into this pagoda here on West Lake, the Thunder Temple Pagoda. And to this day, she remains at the top of the Thunder Temple Pagoda, trapped and lost, her love forbidden. And now when we come to visit this temple, there's a powerful spirit energy here. This place is a sacred place. The reishi mushroom grows near, the mountain is high, and the spiritual energy is great. And that is the story of the reishi mushroom, the white snake, and forbidden love, trapped by the Thunder Temple to no longer happen. There is much spirit in this place. And people come from miles around to celebrate and enjoy this place, especially during the Dragon Boat Festival.